All right, so let's talk about uploading data for the patch 2.1. Okay, you'll notice that we no longer have inside the system. I'm not even going to worry you with it, but it was split up between 4 loan types. Now we're just going to be using the total estimated remaining balance of open loans to make things simpler for you guys, right? Propstream gives you that information, batch leads gives you that information, and so forth. If you're inside of BILT, and let's say we click on BILT Startup Hub, you'll see that under step 3, there is a mapping checklist, right? Inside of this mapping checklist, if I zoom in for it, you'll see at the very bottom there's 2.1. I know my picture is in the way, and you have 2.0, right? Since you guys are on 2.1, essentially, you'll notice that it's a lot, can more condense. We kind of got rid of the 2 through 4 here because before we were just relying on PropStream. Now you guys have different data sources, and most data sources don't have loan 2 through 4, right? So we've kind of condensed it now. So in 2.1, instead of PropStream using loan 1 balance, we are now using estimated remaining balance of open loans, and then batch, deal sauce, XLeads, prop wire, kind, skip trace, and deal machine is all pretty much the same. So we're going to do is make sure that our data is, of course, clean, scrubbed, emails are verified and everything. Assuming all this is good to go, we have no duplicates. For those of you who don't know, in order to remove duplicates inside of here, what I would do is create a little data. We're going to create a filter. Notice mine already has a filter on it. We would essentially, let's say this is removed. I'm going to add a filter. We're going to sort the data from A to Z, just the emails. Make sure there's no data in here that does not have emails. I've already done this on this list. So make sure you remove all those emails that are in here. Again, there's some point of uploading data that's incorrect, right, to the system or missing information. So that's one thing. The second thing we want to do is make sure we are removing duplicates. So in order to remove duplicates, again, same idea. We're going to go to data. We're going to click on data cleanup. And again, you could remove the duplicates to another sheet and upload them separately. I'm lazy. I'm going to click on remove duplicates, and I'm going to delete all the duplicates. So it's going to pop up this message. It's going to say there's this many rows, 21 columns, yada, yada, right? What I will care about is say data has a header row, okay? And this is what's going to pull up all this information. And I'm going to uncheck the select all. I'm going to scroll down till I get to email. I'm going to click on email, MLS agent email, since this is on market data. I believe we go over the off market one when we're pulling data from PropStream, but you can always rewatch that one. So we're going to click on remove duplicates. In this case, I've already done it already before I scrub the emails because I do not like to upload data that's not clean. So notice how it says 2,614 euros remain. Okay. So next step, in order to actually do this correctly, right, is to actually upload it into your system. We're going to click on File, Download as a CSV. Now for this example, I am going to upload it in a list. The 2.1 that you guys have access to. We're going to go to contacts. We're going to click on import contacts right here. And let me actually go ahead and download this. I don't remember if I did. So we're going to download this as a CSV, so we're ready to go. Go back to BILT. We have contacts right here. We're going to click on next on the bottom right. We're going to click to import, drag and drop. We're going to select our file that we just cleaned and removed all the duplicates. Make sure that it was clean and scrubbed. We're going to click on next. And then essentially all we're going to do is map based on this information. So this data is a PropStream list. So of course we need the address, city, state, zip mapped with our system of BILT 2.1 right now. So going down the list right here, unit, we don't need it. Address is already mapped to street address. Verify this because we don't want property address, we want street address. Sometimes the system might select it. So city, state, postal is already linked to zip code of PropStream's data. Property type, automatically took it to property type, that's fine. Building square feet, automatically linked to building square feet, so that's cool. Loan 1 type, loan 1 rate. This one right here, again, you still want to type in rate or mortgage interest rate. Again, we're just kind of going down the list. So mortgage interest rate, and you have loan type instead of loan 1 rate and loan 1 type. So loan 1 rate right here, again, we could, this type actually change that. So loan type, and then this one is the rate, right? So mortgage interest. So again, notice how I made a mistake just now. Catch yourself, verify before you map them, because if you map them incorrectly, like sometimes the calculator doesn't work. It's not mapped correctly. And then we have estimated remaining balance of open loans. This is going to be our estimated mortgage balance. So again, if I go back to BILT, estimated mortgage balance is 1 based off the estimated remaining balance of open loans. All I'm looking for, guys, is this from PropStream or whatever data source you get, mapping into whatever's in our system. Okay, we're just following through. Estimated value. Let's double check estimated value. Estimated value is estimated value. If it's on market data, we're gonna have other information too. It's different, a little bit different than off market. But total estimated total monthly payments, monthly rent. If I go back over here, again, it's not a mandatory thing to upload inside of here, but again, we have made it easier for you guys too. So PITI is still the same, estimated PITI, and then monthly rent here we can search for rent as a rent. Total condition, we don't need it. If I don't know why I pulled it, but MLS amount. So MLS amount, if you thing right here, so MLS amount is MLS list price in our system. So we're going to search for MLS list price. Agent name, we can just put that under name. Agent phone, now choose phone. Email. Now note, if you have a first and last name split up, well, then you would choose first name and then last name. Marketing list, not necessary. This is not necessary. So we can just ignore the ones that we don't care about throughout this process, and then we can click on don't import data in 5 mapped unmapped columns or however many unmapped you may have. Click on next at the bottom. Now this is where it's really important, right? Dependent if your data is on market or off market, we need to add a tag, and these 2 checkboxes are mandatory. If you do not check these 2 checkboxes, the system won't calculate your deals. The system won't send offers correctly. So make sure these are correctly selected at this point in time. So we're going to start with tags first. Since this data is on market, we're going to choose on market. If the data was off market, we would choose off market. So in this case, market. So again, off market is here as well. So for those of you that are uploading off market data, I don't even have to complete it, but it's going to pull up right here. Second thing you can do is, depending if it's a seller or an agent, right, you might want to tag them as well with the agent tag. Why do we want to tag them with agent? So again, we can keep a reference that they are agents. Same thing with sellers, just type in sellers, whatever. But so right now, for now, I'm just going to type in agent and on market for this list right here. And then the one right above it where it says, please select workflow. Okay. Now this is where it's kind of different than the regular 2.0. If you're an agent and you're doing listings, then we probably need to already publish the new listing leads versus the multifamily and commercial versus just the land, where it'd be new land leads. For this account specifically, we only have the new leads for general, acquisition activate right now at the moment, but that's where you would select it. You would click I confirm, and that is it, right? Now, again, I'm gonna duplicate this page right here and show you where, if you did want to activate the agent stuff as well as the multifamily or any of the others. So during step 2, when we activate our marketing users, you're going to see under new leads that there is MLS agent listing leads, MLS commercial multifamily leads, and then the new well. So right now, because it's only published for this one, and my leads are already round robining inside of here, that's the one that pops up. But if you were to do multiple, you can do all of them at the same time. It's really up to you. Focus on one. Get really good at one of them, and then. But basically, when we're done this and we selected the correct one, we just click I confirm at the bottom, and we're going to click start bulk import. Once you start bulk importing your data, of course, that data will still show up in the opportunities under new untouched calculation, right? So notice how it has an opportunity value. If it does not have an opportunity value, you did something wrong, right? If the address is not full here, you did something wrong, okay? If the tags on here are not on market or off market, you did something wrong, right? So keep that in mind, right? Make sure you're putting the correct tags. Make sure you are actually mapping things correctly. Again, use the help of the mapping checklist right here. This is saved for life. And again, we kind of give you guys the tags at the bottom well as additional tags that you can potentially put, as well as if I make this a little bit bigger for you, if you were to choose a workflow of these ones. So notice how this one says for investors, cash and creative, for agents / listings, for land buyers, cash land deals, for commercial multifamily deals. Right, so depending on which one you do, make sure you select it, but finish step 2 correctly first. But that's all, guys, for today. See you guys next time.